When I started this journey, I never knew honey could make cinnamon rolls like this.
Wanna feel it?
Recipes make it seem easy. Mix your wet and dry, spread your filling, bake, pour the icing over. But when you've got to create a new recipe, something that's out of the ordinary, when there's no exact measurements, no exact steps, then issues pop up. My first attempt was just fine, but when I started making sweets as if sugar had never existed, the idea wasn't to make something compromised. It should stand up to modern expectations. So how do you take a just fine recipe and turn it into something great? My first problem was the filling. It was too thin. So we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna add butter to the filling. Some cinnamon roll recipes have butter, sugar, and cinnamon all creamed together, while some sprinkle cinnamon sugar over melted butter, and some just sprinkle cinnamon sugar directly onto the dough. For these honey sweetened cinnamon rolls, I'm gonna add butter to the recipe, a ratio of 2 to 1. So 2 parts butter, 1 part honey, and then add the cinnamon and cream it all together. My first test batch of cinnamon rolls came out dense, which made them feel dry. And I don't know about you, but dry and dense does not describe my ideal cinnamon roll. So to fix that, I've got to create a special kind of starter called tangzhong. I'm adding water, milk, and flour to a small saucepan, and I'm going to cook it until it creates a thick slurry. The cooked slurry is going to allow the flour to absorb more liquid, which will create a moist, fluffy dough. And now that I've got my starter, it's time to make the dough. I grab my stand mixer and I add butter, honey, salt, and lemon zest to the bowl. And I mix it on medium-low to cream these ingredients together. Then in with an egg. And I turn up the speed to help mix this in. Once it's fully incorporated, it's time for the rest of my ingredients. First is going to be our starter. Then the milk, yeast, and after that the flour. Once the dough starts to form a ball, I'm going to switch to a dough hook. And you knead the dough until it feels tacky, but shouldn't stick to your hands. Then I'm going to cover it and let it ferment. After about 2 hours, I'm going to drop the dough onto a floured work surface and dust the dough with some extra flour. I'm then going to roll it out until it's a 14 by 12 inch rectangle. Now it's too much to take, too much to figure. Then I'm going to spread the filling almost all the way up to the long edge. But I'll leave some space so I can stitch the dough together. Then I'm going to roll it up and stitch the seam together. Now that I've got this cinnamon dough log, I'm going to cut it into 8 big-sized cinnamon rolls and let it proof for about an hour. Then just before baking, I'm going to drizzle on some heavy cream and extra honey. The cream, honey, and butter is all going to caramelize in the pan while it bakes. As you can see, these cinnamon rolls are super soft. And now we just got to make an icing that's going to add extra gooiness. To make the icing, I'm going to whip together some honey and mascarpone. Once those have been combined, I'm going to add in some xanthan gum, which is going to help with the gooey texture. Then in with some vanilla. I used vanilla paste and some heavy whipping cream. Then I'm going to whip this mix until it becomes thick and gooey. Now I just need to frost my cinnamon rolls. Throughout the last few experiments, I've been surprised at what honey and other sweeteners can do. And these cinnamon rolls are no different. They came out better than I could have even expected. So soft and gooey, and totally worth the time and effort it took to make them. These techniques have absolutely changed the way I make cinnamon rolls, and I can't even imagine going back to my old recipe. If you liked this video, I've got another video I think you're really gonna love. Deep down you probably always saw it coming.